AITA for not wanting to share my birthday and celebrate it separately. My brother and I share the same birth date but are 2 years in age apart. My entire life I've never had my own birthday, it was always a celebration of both of us together. Never got to make my own plans or do what I wanted to do. Always had to compromise on everything, and my brother and I couldn't be more opposite to each other in personality. My brother is also the younger one, so most of the time what he wanted he got because he's the baby of the family. Now my brother's boyfriend also shares my birthday as well as my fiancé best friend. So now I have to celebrate 3 other people on my own birthday as well, which almost always is focused on them, with my birthday being an afterthought for everyone else involved. For once I would just like to do my own thing and celebrate separately, but according to my family I'm an asshole for being selfish and hurting my brother's feelings, as he's told everyone the only reason I want to do my own thing is because I don't love him, which is so far from the truth of the matter. I just wanted to do my own thing for once and actually feel like it's my birthday instead of being a background to everyone else's birthday. Story 2. AITA for asking to have my deceased brother's room. My brother passed away at the age of 16 when I was only 9 years old, so I'm now 16. And I share a room with my 14-year-old brother. I hate sharing a room with him because I can't change in my room because he's always in the room playing video games. When he have friends over I have to sleep on the couch, and I just don't feel comfortable sharing my room with a boy. My mom has a room where no one is using, but it was my older brother's room that she still haven't even touched. Everything is in the same place he left it in. Even the garage he left on the floor. His garbage is still full and his bed is still unmade. She doesn't allow anyone to go into that room. If you even go one step into it, my mom will ground you. I love my brother, but I don't think leaving his room in the same place it was left in before he passed away is gonna bring him back. I recently asked my mom if I could have my brother's room. She got really angry at me for even asking. She told me that I'm being selfish and that if I touch her son's room she'd send me to live with my dad. I told her I'd rather live with my dad because I have privacy there, which really didn't help the situation. My aunt sent me a message saying how I'm an awful person, that losing a child is one of the hardest things to deal with, and if me sharing a room helped my mom then I should just deal with it. Am I the asshole for asking my mom to have my older brother's room? Story 3. AITA for telling my future sister-in-law what my brother-in-law said about me grieving my son. This is a horrible situation and I might have ruined my entire relationship with my in-laws, but I just want to hear an outside perspective to see if I made a mistake. I 28 lost my son Thomas. He was only 2 months and 9 days old. He died of acute bronchiolitis. He was given pediatric care and he passed away shortly. It was hard and exhausting to bear. I had my family with me most of the time. My in-laws would visit from time to time since they're busy planning for my brother-in-law's wedding. His fiancée visited me at my house, which was really nice of her, even though my brother-in-law would tell us he was busy, but he had to show up with her. A few days ago, my mother-in-law wanted me to go over to her house to take my input in regard of my brother-in-law's wedding planning, but I told her I wasn't in the mood for that. I apologized several times and it clearly got to my brother-in-law. He visited me at my house alone, which was unusual, and talked about my son's death and said it was expected since my son was suffering from other health issues. He said that I still can have another healthy baby and name him Thomas and take good care of him this time. I was dumbfounded. Then he casually started talking about his wedding next month and how he needs me and my husband in our best condition because he needs us at the wedding, basically talking about how his in-laws are upper middle class and how everything needs to be perfect. I lost it when he told me to stop ignoring this event and host the guests, his in-laws, with smiles and greetings. I told him I wasn't planning on attending because I'm still grieving my son and will only ruin their good time and perfect wedding. He got upset with my response and said he'd get his mom to talk to me about it last night while his fiancée was talking to me like she does every week. And I told her about my conversation with my brother-in-law and what he told me, and told her I may not be able to attend. She sounded upset with my brother-in-law and apologized to me on his behalf. The next day my brother-in-law showed up and berated me, saying he had a huge argument with his fiancée after I told her what he said, and said that I was being bitter and disrespectful. He said his fiancée is now refusing to talk to him and is upset and I might have ruined it for him. He left after we argued and his mom sent me a text telling me that I wasn't in the right to run to his fiancée and get her involved and cause issues. I ended up telling them I wasn't going to attend the wedding after they said I tried to ruin it, and we haven't talked since then. I feel so hurt and unable to think straight. I was just expressing my hurt feelings and how inappropriate he was being. Edit to say that I lost my son not too long ago. He passed away on August